Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to another episode of RWBY RWCH. This is volume 1, chapter 11, Jaundice. As we say on this channel, let's get straight into it. Alrighty, episode. This will be the day we waited for. This will be the day we open up the door. I don't want to hear a solution. Hope you're ready for a revolution. Welcome to a world of new solutions. Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. In time, your heart will open wide. The story will be told. Victory is in her simple soul. Cardin. He has such a boring design too. John's design is infinitely much more interesting than Cardin's. He's just like silver and gold and brown, and it's boring. And his weapon is ugly too. He has a very boring weapon.
Where you lose.
And I don't like his voice either. Like, no offense to his voice actor, I just don't like the voice he chose for Cardin. I don't know if that's his normal voice. If it is, I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan. Glenda Goodwitch.
As you can see, Mr. Ark's aura has now dropped into the red. In a tournament-style duel, this would indicate that John is no longer fit for battle, and that the official may call the match. Mr. Ark, it's been weeks now. Please try to refer to your scroll during combat. Gauging your aura will help you decide when it is appropriate to attack, or when it is better to move to a more
defensive strategy.
We
wouldn't want you to be gobbled up by a beowulf, would we?
Now, would we?
Speak for yourself.
You speak for yourself. Get off
Remember,
screen.
Everyone, the
You stay on
Festival
screen.
is only a few months away. It won't be long before students from
Yay,
other
Weiss,
tournaments start arriving in
RWBY.
Vale.
Where's Blake?
So keep practicing.
Kira.
Those who choose to compete in the combat tournament will be representing
Where is Blake,
all
though?
of Vale.
Vital Festival tournament is important, and it will be coming up in a future volume.
There we were, in the middle of the night.
It was day.
We were surrounded by Earth's side.
They were Beowulfs.
Dozens of them!
2 of them.
Dozens
We were
of
no
them.
match. And in the end,
Why,
Ren
it's
and
just,
I
you know.
put them down and made a boatload of Lien selling Ursa's skin rugs.
Yeah,
Been
what?
having this
Yeah,
ritual
Nora.
for nearly a month now.
Jean, are you okay?
Look how colorful they all are.
Oh, yeah. Why?
It's just that you seem
You little... not okay.
Guys, I'm fine. Seriously. Look.
Sean. His laughter, this guy's laughter
Jean,
is
Cardin has been picking on you since the first week of school.
Who?
diabolical,
Winchester?
and not in a good way.
He just likes to mess around, you know? Practical jokes.
He's a bully.
Oh, please. Name one time
He's bullied me. Cue cutscene.
Come on!
Who does that? Like, you can't turn it off? Close it?
Each of you will be assigned one rocket-propelled locker to store your weapons and extra armor.
This becomes important
Additionally,
later.
Your locker can be sent to a custom location based on a 6-digit code.
What?
Anybody know what code he put in? If it's 1, 2, 3 at the top? Somebody tell me, I don't know what it is.
Cool.
Jean, you know if you ever need help, you can just ask.
Ooh! We'll break his legs! Yes, we will.
Guys, really, it's fine. Besides, it's not like he's only a jerk to me. He's a jerk to everyone.
Ah, stop it. He has such an annoying laugh. I don't like it at all.
I told you it was real.
What a freak.
And they're all so ugly with their designs.
Atrocious.
Atrocious. I love how she said
Stand
it.
people like him.
So why didn't you do anything about it, Pyrrha? It must be hard to be a faunus. You've no idea. Team Cardinal is so ugly, design-wise. There's nothing redeeming about their weapons are boring, their designs are ugly, their voices are annoying. I don't like them at all. I'm sorry, but like... And the generic... Okay, that's done. The generic, school bully thing, that's so... I don't even have a lot to say about this episode. All we know is John's being bullied. He doesn't want to do anything about it because he's embarrassed. Cardin is becoming more relevant because he's the bully of this arc. No pun intended. Yeah, so that's it. John's being bullied. They mentioned the Vital Festival tournament, which is very important, coming in the future. Volume 3, in fact. The rocket-propelled lockers are important as well. That's coming up in Volume 3 as well. Cardin is unfortunately relevant for the next few episodes. Jean is the main star of these few episodes, which honestly isn't that big of a deal, but like, when you dedicate 4 episodes of a 16-episode season or volume to this one guy who's not even the main team, and he's not in the main team title, and it's about a bullying arc. Pourquoi? That's all I have to say about that. Let's start part 2, episode 12. So Volume 1, Chapter 12, Jaundice, Part Dose. This will be the day we waited for. This will be the day we open up the door. RWBY RWCH. I love her bike Bumblebee. Welcome to the world of new solutions. Welcome to the world of revolution. In time. You know, how is the one thing? I wonder if John's related to them. To the people on the statue. Because we know he comes from like a long line of hunters and huntresses. I like Professor Oobleck.
Humankind was quite adamant about centralizing Faunus population in menagerie. Now, while this must feel like ancient history's
They put all the animals in a ghetto. Or a pen, actually.
Repercussions of the uprising can still be seen to this day. Now, have any among you been subjugated or discriminated because of your Faunus?
Discriminated against.
Dreadful, simply dreadful. Remember, students, it is precisely this kind of ignorance that breeds violence. I mean, just look at what happened to the White Fang. Now, which one of you young scholars can tell me what many theorists believe to be the turning point in the 3rd year of the war? Yes.
The battle at Fort Castle?
Precisely. And who can tell me the advantage the Faunus had over General Lagoon's forces?
Hey!
Mr. Ark, finally contributing to class. This is excellent. What is the answer?
The answer...
She's trying her best to save him.
The Faunus had over that guy's stuff.
Binoculars! Sierra's like, you can't save them all.
Cotton, perhaps you would care to share your thoughts on the subject.
Well, I know it's a lot easier to train an animal than a soldier.
You're not the most open-minded of individuals, are you, Cardin?
Call him out, sis.
You got a problem?
No. I have an answer.
It's night vision. Many Faunus are known to have nearly perfect sight in the dark.
This becomes relevant as well.
General Lagoon was inexperienced and made the mistake of trying to ambush the Faunus in their sleep. His massive army was outmatched, and the general was captured.
Perhaps if he had paid attention in class, he wouldn't have been remembered as such a failure. Which is what Cardin is. He's a failure design-wise, weapon-wise, voice. I feel so sad, mean saying it, but voice-wise.
Now, moving on.
You go on ahead. I'll wait for Jean.
Don't you think it's interesting that Pyrrha wears her
Now, I don't know if it's a lack of interest.
headgear
or just
even in her
a stubborn
uniform?
nature, but
I wonder how
whatever
she'd
it
look
is,
without it.
It stops now. You've worked hard to gain entrance to the school, and we only accept the best of the best. So, I expect you to act like it. History is important, gentlemen. If you can't learn from it,
You'll be doomed to repeat
just
it.
repeat it.
Okay.
Pages
I
51
tried.
to 91. I want an essay on my desk by next class. Now, run along.
I like that he zooms around a lot.
Ow!
He,
You know,
you know, I really will break his legs.
I have an idea. Here, come.
I like her idea. It's a good idea. Her theme, Forever Fall. The score for this episode, Chef's Kiss. And the scenery is so
I'm
pretty.
going through a hard time right now, but I'm not that depressed.
Suicide
I could almost
joke.
be a farmer or something.
No! That's not why I brought you up here.
Why is Jen Brown
I
such a
know
good
you're
voice
having a
actress?
difficult time in class,
And why does she?
and that you're
oh,
still not the strongest
you
of
see
fighters,
Cardin down
so
there?
I want to help you.
What?
We can train up here after class with no one
And
to
this is what I
bother
don't
us.
like.
You think I need help?
Clearly.
No, that's not what I meant.
But you just said it.
She
John,
did.
Everybody needs a little push from time to time. It doesn't make you any different from the rest of us. You made it to Beacon. That speaks volumes of what you're capable of.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I don't belong here.
That's a terrible thing
He
to say.
doesn't.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
I'm glad he's here, but he doesn't belong
I
here.
wasn't really accepted into Beacon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't go to combat school, I didn't pass any tests, I didn't earn my spot at this academy. I lied. I got my hands on some fake transcripts,
And I lied.
What? But why?
Because this is what I've always wanted to be.
This is what I was
My
thinking
father,
about
my grandfather, and his father before
the statues
were all
possibly
warriors. They were all
being
heroes. I wanted to be one
relatives.
too. I was just never good enough.
Then let me help you.
I don't want help. I don't want to be the damsel in distress. I want to be the hero.
I actually really like this dialogue.
I'm tired of being the lovable idiot stuck in the tree while his friends fight for their lives. Don't you understand? If I can't do this on my own,
Then what good am I? And the way he acts so hurt here.
Just leave me alone.
Miles, you did a really good job with this scene.
If that's what you think is best.
And Jen Brown, of course, did as well. Like the dialogue, the revelation of his insecurities, the revelation of his lying, cheating, scheming his way
I couldn't
into
help but overhear you
Beacon.
two from my dorm room.
This is a really good plot point, and they built it up actually,
Beacon,
so...
huh? I gotta say, Jean, I never expected you to be such a rebel.
Please, Cardin, please don't tell anyone.
Jean, come on. I'd never ratted a friend like that.
A friend?
Of course. We're friends now, Johnny boy.
Even his
And the way
hairstyle is
I see
ugly.
it, as long as you're there for me when I need you, we'll be friends for a long time. That being said, I really don't have time to do those extra readings Dr. Ublik gave us today. Think you could take care of that for me, buddy?
That's what I thought.
Don't worry, Jean. Your secret's safe with me.
Blackmail is... I don't even know how to put it. Okay. So, that was episode 12. Jaundice, part de dos. Jean revealed that he is not really supposed to be in Beacon. He's not supposed to be a part of the team, and much less the team leader of Team Juniper. Like, he shouldn't be here at all because he because he faked his way into Beacon with some transcripts he got. He doesn't have the skill. He didn't go to combat school. He didn't train for it. He didn't actually ace the entrance exam. So that explains why he's so incompetent with respect to combat. It doesn't mean he's a bad person, obviously. Like, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. It's just because Jean never trained or never was good enough, in his own words. He really couldn't get into the top of the top schools, like the creme de la creme, like Beacon Academy. And the reason he wanted to do that was because his family was very important with respect to combat, and they would fight a lot of wars. And what else? His father, his father's father, his father's father's fathers were excellent in combat. They were trained huntsmen and everything. So Jean wanted to follow in their footsteps. He just wasn't skilled enough, and therefore, even though he wanted to uphold their legacy, his only way forward was to sneak his way into Beacon and force transcripts and do so to get into Beacon. Of course, we're now they set up the bullying arc. I keep forgetting. They set up the arc where Jean is being bullied by Cardin, who is the most boring generic bully in all of existence, with the worst voice, the worst hair, the worst weapon, the worst design, the worst color scheme. Like, he's completely unnecessary, and his entire team reflects that as well. His entire team is ugly, repulsive, actually. And I hate Mohawks. So I think, what's his name? Russell? No, it's a no. And they're all just so disgusting. So Jean's being bullied. We've been introduced to the concept of Faunus, which is very, very important. Faunus, have you seen a Faunus so far in this series? I feel like we should have, prior to Velvet. I feel like we should have seen a Faunus, a Faunus by now. But I can't really remember right now. If it is, I will put it right here. So Faunus are people they're basically people with animal traits. So if you think you're generic anime cat girl or cat boy or doggo, I hate the word doggo, I don't know why I said that, dog boy or whatever, people with animal traits, so like they might have a cat tail or bull horns. Oh, we have seen some Faunus. I'm not talking about the obvious ones, but it just reminded me there is at least one aside from redacted. Yeah, and some things I've been hinting at so far have been played out here, and they are going to continue to come out to play out. Let's see. So Faunus, again, they are animals. Oh, basically they're people with animal traits, so they can have bull ears, claws, wings, whatever, right? As long as they have some animal feature, they're basically humans with animal features. They all have night vision, which becomes important later in Volume 2, I believe. What else? Remember in the... it was the Emerald Forest. Remember in Emerald Forest, and during the initiation, when Glinda was saying that she doesn't care what John's transcripts say, and that he wasn't good enough to become a beacon? That's precisely what happened. She's spot on. So, good job, Glinda. A+ as always. So now, John doesn't want help, even though he clearly desperately needs it. And it's because of his stupid macho pride bullshit, which I guess is how they're gonna set up his arc again. So, I mean, you have to start somewhere before you can develop, right? So I suppose it's necessary. It's just when you're macho, I'm too good for help, I can't ask for it or else I'll demean myself type of mentality is physically holding you back, and you're suffering for it, and you still don't want to do it. Like, toxic masculinity is a thing, and Jean is exhibiting some of it right there, because he can't his pride is not allowing him to get help, is not allowing him to better himself, and it's causing him to lash out at people he cares about, his friends. So yeah, that's all I have to say about episode 11. Let's jump straight into episode 12 right after this episode intro roll.
I lied!